Hey everybody, it's Mark, DoctorDeadwax, and it's time for another video. First of all, Merry Christmas everybody. It's been a while since I made a video, so I haven't had a chance to wish everybody Merry Christmas, so cheers. I hope everybody had a great Christmas, surrounded by people they love who love them. I know I did. Cheers. So as I said, it's been a while since I made a video. I made one for Maggie's contest about 6 weeks ago, but before that I hadn't been making them that frequently. Crazy kind of hectic fall. My dad got sick, and it was a little scary for a while there, but everything's good. It's been diagnosed, it's being treated. My wife did her comprehensive exam, which was incredibly stressful for her. But it definitely took, she deserved my focus during that time. So I also, stuff like this has to go by the wayside during times like that. I've also been busy selling off records from my collection. I talked about that. I wanted to make that one of my goals for the year in a Bono resolutions video to help me achieve some other goals, and I've been working on that, and it's been going quite well, but I'll talk about that in another video. This video I wanted to make for not John 9. John, this is VCLT, thank you video for him. He generously sent me some VCLT a little while ago, and I haven't had a chance to make a video until now. Some other people had sent me some VCLT too, but I'm going to do videos for each one of them. If people take the time to think about me and send me VCLT, I like to make videos for each of them as opposed to just kind of lumping them all together. So first up, it's going to be for John. I'm drinking Bell's Kalamazoo Stout. Stout brewed with brewer's licorice in Comstock, MI. I'm assuming that's Michigan. This is it's a nice stout. It's not my favorite stout, but it definitely has qualities that are good. So, I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but for my birthday in September, my wife gave me a gift certificate from a local audiophile store, and they sell lots of really expensive gear, and they also sell records, so I got them to order me in some records, and what I got them to order me in was the can reissues. And I'd ordered the first 5, and I was talking to John one day on the phone, and he said, did you get this record, Can, Soon Over Babaluma? And I said, no, I'd ordered, the value of the gift certificate covered like the first 5, plus I threw in like $10 to get the 5th one. And he said, oh, let me send it to you as VCLT. And I'm like, thank you very much. And so he did, and it took a while for me to get down to the States to pick it up. Anyways, all of that is the usual crap, but he said this was kind of one of his more favorite Can records, and he wanted me to listen to it and experience it, and it's great. So it's got the original replica foil cover, and these Can reissues are really nice. They're all on heavy vinyl. They all have these nice colored labels, each one with a different color to go to kind of tone with the colors of the record. They all have a download card. I don't know if the download is MP3 only or FLAC because I haven't used any of them, but it'd be cool if they were FLAC. They all have these inner sleeves, picture inner sleeves that have some history, of the record and photos of the band and stuff, and yeah, and they're really well done, I have to say. I have a few issues with a few of them, which I'll talk about, but overall they are really well done for the price. And they're all remastered. I don't know if they're remastered in the digital realm, but I would assume so. I don't know much about Can. I listened to all of these records a few times before I even read anything about them. I've known that they are a band I should be interested in and listen to and know about, but I haven't listened to any of the music digitally or anything because I wanted to, when I found it, I wanted to experience it on vinyl. But unfortunately, all you can ever find are pirate pressings of their records to date, and I don't buy pirate pressings because I don't support the Russian mob or any other criminal organization that engages in, because that's where most of the pirate stuff comes from, is from criminal organizations, and the artists don't get any money. So these are actually fully licensed reissues from Spoon, the band's label. The band's getting paid. They're the estates of, you know, it's real money going to the artist, which to me is important. It's one thing to share music amongst people for no money, but to take money out of your wallet and put it into the hand of somebody other than the artist, I think is an even worse thing to do. So anyway, not sure about the quality of the remasters in comparison to the original material, because like I said, I've never found a real can record in my life, and so, but they are good. I'm happy with them. This record, musically, it's kind of funky, kind of progressive, has some great grooves to it. Of all of them, I've listened to this one the most, and honestly, I like it the most, I think. It's kind of hard to decide, but I've listened to this record more than I've listened to any other record in the past year or so. I mean, it definitely says something about it. I really enjoy the groove. I really enjoy the way this record flows. This is the first record after the second vocalist had left the band. I think his name was Suzuki. So let me check. Yes, Damo Suzuki. So it has kind of a more musical focus to it, and I like it. I would say of all the ones that I'm going to show, it's also probably the most commercially accessible, so maybe that's why I like it too. Next is the first record. This is Monster Movie by The Can, and this has the first vocalist, Malcolm Mooney. He was only on this record. And again, the label, the picture inner digital download card. Musically, this one reminds me of early Pink Floyd, that kind of psychedelic, garagey, raw kind of sound that early Pink Floyd had. It also reminds me in a few spots of Velvet Underground. So it's a good record. It's not my favorite record in this pile by far, but it's a good record. I like it. It's on, you can see these are all on Spoon. And I don't know if it shows you. They all got the Spoon logo. Next is their second record. This is Can Soundtracks, and this has Damo Suzuki on it. He's their second vocalist, but there are still a couple songs by where Malcolm Mooney is the vocalist, because these are tracks that were used on different movies. I really like this record, actually. It's kind of got that weird quality to it that music of the period has, where sometimes the music's just kind of faded out, that weird kind of way of editing it, but I like this one musically. It's a really good record. Next is, for many, I guess this is their masterpiece. The reason why I bought these reissues was I was watching Grown Man Record Night one night on Ustream, not the rebroadcast or the upload to YouTube, but the actual live show. And after the show was over, Mikey plays records before and after on Ustream, because it's not, he doesn't have to worry about copyright and YouTube police and all that crap on Ustream. So And he just grabbed the reissue of this and he was playing it, and I was like, that's really good. I was the first time I'd ever heard it. I was like, I got to bite the bullet and get these reissues, and my wife gave me the gift certificate, and it all kind of worked out. But that was why I decided to jump on these. And so this is 2 records, and they have like an orange label to them and a download card and the whole thing again. And you know, most people know this, so I'm not saying anything they haven't heard. But this is kind of it's a lot more experimental. It's a lot more avant-garde, a lot more free jazz oriented. Maybe a little bit like Captain Beefheart a little, and like conceptual art rock, or not art rock, but like artist rock. Anyways, some really strong moments on here. Some stuff on here that I'm not a huge fan of, but yeah, this is pretty good. So of all the pressings I've shown so far, this is the first one I came across that had any issues. This has one side of it has some kind of like slight, there's like a squealing that comes on modern pressings when there's something wrong in them. It doesn't happen on old pressings. I think it's pinch groove, it could be, or maybe it's digital clipping from the remaster, but I really don't think it is, because the rest of the record's fine except for the first song. So I'm going to see if I can get another copy of this, and hopefully that'll resolve it. But not my favorite of them, but definitely some good moments. This one is another one of their experimental ones. This is Eggy by Massey, and I really like this better than Tagomago. This one is much, you know, it's still kind of experimental, but the groove seems different, the percussion seems different, it seems kind of tighter in its performance, you know, still loose but tight. I don't know how to describe that. It's kind of like, you know, free jazz that's in and out at the same time and works really well. So this is really good, I have to say. And this again, this has the green label, and then finally the last one, well, not the last one, but the last one I got, and then John gave me the next one. This is Future Days. And, you know, these are done well. This has got an embossed cover on it, and I think this one has a gold or brown label. And of all of them, sadly, this is the one that is the worst pressing. And again, I think it's just a pressing flaw and not the music, but both sides have lots of kind of weird artifact sounds. It's not static, and it's not crackle. It's other kind of weird sounds. It's almost like plate shear, like when the record is pulled off of the plate, something is damaging the groove. That's the closest I could describe it. Musically, this is fantastic. This is it's progressive for sure. It's still a little trippy, like all of their stuff is. It has an electronica element to it. It has almost a synth pop element to it, like you know, 7 years ahead of its time, 6 years ahead of its time. It's ambient. This is excellent. I'm not sure if it's my favorite. I still think this one's my favorite, but I need to listen to this one more for certain. But yeah, so those are the can reissues. I have to say that they're really reasonably priced. The money's going to the band. They're $26 in Canada, $30 for Tagomago is what I paid for them. I know you can get them for less. I know in the States people are getting them for $14 at the right moment online. So anyway, that's the can reissues and my VCLT from John. Again, John, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. You're a good friend. Enjoy talking to you. Have a great day, everybody. Keep the record spinning.